YouTube? It's your girl Mariah Corinne, and I want to introduce you guys to Real Talk with RiRi. This is a new segment that I want to add to my channel. That just allows me to be able to open up to you guys, talk about my life experiences, my thoughts, what's going on with me, whether good or bad. And just hopefully me being open and honest will be able to touch someone else or help someone else. And I also think it'll be very therapeutic for me to have a place where I can go and really just open up and be honest and genuine with myself and with you guys. So thank y'all for rocking with me. Those of you guys who have been there, hopefully we're gonna add more people to the family, La Familia, and y'all just stay tuned. What's up, YouTube gang? It's your girl Mariah Corinne, and I'm back with another video. Okay, today I wanted to talk about a very serious, and actually guys, I'm really cold, so don't mind me, but I'm about to bundle up. Okay, this is better. All right, today I want to talk about a very serious topic, and it's something that I personally have been struggling with. I don't know how long. I know at least the last few years of my life, excuse me, y'all. And that is just self-sabotage and a lack of confidence in believing in the gifts that God gave me. I don't know really fully where it stemmed from because I was not always this way. I was so for those of you who don't know, I love anything the arts, anything performing, singing, dancing, acting. I even like to paint. It's very therapeutic to me. Just anything creative is just my forte. I love it. And I do believe that God gifted me, in the arts. That's, what I did in college. That's what I did in high school. I started doing competition dance in high school, even though that's late for, in the dancers world. That's when I started taking lessons and dancing seriously. And then I went on to East Carolina. I started as a theater major, just acting. And then I auditioned for the musical theater program. Got accepted my sophomore year. I was in their musical theater program for 2 years. Before I finally got to my senior year. Had an issue with my financial aid, and I really just think God wanted to take my life in a different direction. And I ended up dropping out of school and pursuing my degree, my license in cosmetology. Then I became a hairstylist after that, and was doing hair for the last three years. But even through that, like in college, I was still, I was dancing, obviously, ballet, tap, jazz. I was doing heels routines, just a whole bunch of different stuff. I was modeling, just, really staying active in anything that had to do with the arts and being creative. And when the younger version of me was very confident, like the only thing that I wasn't confident about was singing. And I've always felt like, I just never understood why I could go on stage and dance in front of a stadium full of people and have the best time. And I would be nervous, but it wasn't the fear and the nerves weren't overpowering. But whenever it came to me singing, it's just like I could not get it together. Like I don't know what it stems from. I do believe that sometimes God will protect something if it's not ready to be exposed to the world. But then sometimes I ask myself, it gets to the point where it's like, dang, like I'm getting older. Like, is it just, is that God protecting it? Or is that just me not believing in it? Like self-sabotage. And if so, like, why am I doing this? Why am I having this issue? I remember I did an open mic night at a hookah lounge. And I was like, you know what? I hadn't sung in years and I've been out of school for a little while. So I was out of practice, but I was like, I'm gonna get back on stage, like, cool. Get up there. And to me, I sounded terrible. I probably did sound terrible just because I can't sing and hold a note, but it wasn't what I knew I could do. And it was just because my nerves, it was like I could not shake them, y'all. And I didn't understand where it was coming from. And I remember getting so frustrated. And the wild part about it was I sing on the praise team at my church. I can sing on the praise team. I can sing worship music. I can be in front of the whole entire church. No issue. You know what I mean? Like, we're live streaming in front of the whole world. No issue, right? Just natural. It feels great. Leave off, leave off of leaving church feeling good about everything and confident and just enjoying singing to the Lord. And then I go to sing secular music, and for whatever reason, it's not the same situation. So, my bad, y'all. I just got a little distracted. My mind sometimes be a little all over the place. But yeah, and I just never really, I asked God, like, God, like, why is that? Why is it that, you know, I could sing music worship in you and I feel great, but then I go to try to sing anything else or in any other environment, it's like my nerves overtake me. And I have yet to figure out why. And what I've noticed though is throughout the last few years of my life, it's like I had just not had a motivation to do what I feel like I was really put on this earth to do. And to use the gifts that God gave me. Like, whenever I'm working a regular job, not for me. Like, working in retail, not for me. Got a job in corporate, not for me. Started my own business working in the salon. I did enjoy it. I knew that wasn't what I wanted. I didn't want to be behind the chair for forever. Like, some people have a dream, like they are meant to do hair. That's what they want to do. That's their passion. That's how they want to touch people. That's how God wants to use them. I knew that God was using cosmetology as a tool for me to get to where he really wanted me to be. And I feel like every time I start to try to get to a certain point, it's like my own mental gets in the way. And I don't know if anybody else has struggled with this, and I really am just coming, I guess, to document my thoughts, because I have all these thoughts in my head and I never really write them down or get them out. And the place that I'm at now, I wasn't at a year ago. And a year from now, I don't want to be at the same place that I am today. I want to constantly keep evolving and growing, if not just for myself, but for my family and for my future family, and just even for God. Like, he's blessed me entirely too much. And I feel like I would never want my life to be a waste. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't live with myself, just allow my life to be a waste. But I got to figure out this whole lack of confidence in the root and the whole self-sabotage thing. Like, I don't know where it stems from. So just comment down below if you have similar tendencies, or if you've ever done that with something in your life. Because I really lately, like, I've been feeling like I'm just by myself, because no one else around me seems to struggle with what I struggle with, mentally and emotionally. I feel like no one really gets it to the capacity that it almost feels like crippling to me. And sometimes even when I really do try to push through it and do certain things, they don't end up playing out the way I want them to play out in my head. So I just wanted to come and talk and get my thoughts out and have a way to vent. And in the process, I don't know if I'm even going to post this video or not, to be honest, because this is just really personal. But one thing I feel like God had told me a while back was that my transparency and my honesty was what was going to touch people and help heal people. So if anything I'm saying reaches someone else, and even if it's just to let you know, like, hey, you're not alone. Because I know a lot of times I feel like I'm alone in what I'm feeling and I'm experiencing. And it's so frustrating feeling like God is telling you that you know that you're meant for more, but you just can't see it yourself. And trying to walk towards something in faith that you don't even feel in your heart. Is one thing to have determination. Like, there are certain people who just have that confidence and that determination and that mindset, and it's like that look in their eyes, and you know that whatever they put their mind to, they're gonna go get it because they believe in their mind that it's theirs. But it's very difficult to walk on faith on something when you don't even fully believe it yourself. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe, maybe Holy Spirit just gave me something. If you don't really fully believe it, and I don't always fully believe what, God told me within myself, then how can I ever walk in it? How can you walk in something that you don't believe? Because even like when Peter walked on water, when Jesus told him, like, hey, you can come, like, come on the water, a part of him had to have faith that he had to believe that he could walk on water. That's why he did it. And then the second he stopped believing, he started drowning. And that's kind of what I feel like it's been the last few years of my life. Like, not drowning in the sense of everything, but in the sense of walking in my purpose. I feel like I've stunned it. Like I've lost time, like I've lost, like I could be so much further in my purpose. Like as a person, I've grown in patience in different areas of my life, which is great. But if we're just strictly talking about my purpose, you know what I mean? Like part of me feels like I'm behind the 8 ball. And I don't know if really I'm right where I need to be, because God's timing is perfect. And it was just going to take till the age of 24 for certain things to, hit me, and for me to realize them and really grasp different concepts mentally within myself and understand myself better. Or if I am behind the 8 ball and I wasted time, and God's like, Mariah, like, girl, sis, I need you to get it together, boo. Like, I love your daughter, but get it together. So yeah, that's it. It's easier, not nothing is easy, but it's easier to go after something when you're determined and you believe that it's yours and it's meant for you and you know it and you have that ambition and that drive. It's very difficult to try to walk on water when you don't even believe in your heart or at all that you can walk on water. Like, you can be going through the motions, how Peter was going through the motions of acting like he was getting ready to take a step, but because he did not believe it within himself, he began to drown, and Jesus had to save him. And he said, ye, I think of little faith. Lord, forgive me if I'm wrong. So maybe in this season, God is teaching me to have a level of faith, but not just faith in him, because I have a lot of faith in him, but to have faith in myself. That might be it. That might be the lesson that I need to take from this, is not only to have faith in him, but to have faith in myself, because he made me and he doesn't make any mistakes. And I think sometimes I forget that. And I can be very, we can get very down on ourselves and be very hard on ourselves when we're not where we want to be, or if we go and try to pursue something and it doesn't get the outcome that it gets. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I'm like that. Like, if I say, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I go and I do it, and it's not as good as I wanted it to be, and I didn't get the reaction I wanted to get, it's like I just completely go into like insult myself mode. And it's not good and it's not healthy. And so this is just a mental cycle that I'm gonna be working to break moving forward. I feel like talking like this actually helped. Thanks you guys for listening. Those of you who are still tuned into this video almost 13 minutes later, y'all are awesome. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all. But no, this really helped me. So the lesson that I'm gonna take from this talk with y'all is not only having faith in God, but having faith in myself, because God made me. And if I pursue something that I feel is in line with my purpose, and it doesn't necessarily go the way I see it in my head, or the way I would want it to play out, I don't need to go and beat myself up and tell myself that I'm terrible, because that's just destructive. That's just self-destructive behavior, because then I end up going into this whole mental state that's just not healthy and counterproductive. That's not healthy and counterproductive. So have faith in myself, and when I pursue things, not be a perfectionist. Like, you can work hard but not be a perfectionist. So yeah, y'all, thanks for listening. Hopefully this video, helped somebody. I know it helped me process through some thoughts and just some stuff that I'm dealing with myself. And just as I continue to try to grow, I really think that I'm gonna start just documenting my life. Like, I know there has to be something more than just where I'm at now, and there has to be a reason and a purpose as to why I've experienced what I've experienced, and encountered the people I've encountered and made the decisions and the choices. Because honestly, if you would have told me this is where I would be today a few years ago, that is the furthest that was not the plan. That was not the initial goal. I have made so many left turns and right turns and loop-de-loops and circles and just, oh my goodness, like life has a very different way of taking you a whole nother route that you just never thought. And I'm a planner and you can plan, but sometimes, God will avert you from the plan, or sometimes you'll avert yourself from the plan and God has to get you back on track. So I'm just grateful for his grace and his mercy and his guidance. Um, and I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, this time next year, I would have solved this lack of confidence and self-sabotage um, problem, because there's no reason for it, and everything's gonna work itself out. So again, I think that's it, y'all. I'm low-key, I think I'm mentally getting a little tired, and so I appreciate y'all for sticking it out, watching this video. Hopefully my little talk throughs, my little, what should I call these type of videos, y'all? Like, this is kind of like my diary. It's like a video diary. Maybe I'll call it Mariah, so RiRi's video, or Raya's video diary. I don't like Raya. Only my family calls me Raya. We'll come up with a name of it. Corinne's video diary. That's cool. So thank you for coming to Corinne's video diary. I don't know if this is going to be episode 1 or episode 2, because I did film another video before this. But then again, I have to adjust to really sharing my deepest feelings, because I just do not do that. Y'all, this is so out of my comfort zone. But if you want a different result, you got to do something different sometimes. So here we are. You know what I'm saying? What's today? November the 20th, 2020. Mariah Corinne is sharing her innermost thoughts with the YouTube nation. Okay? But all right, y'all. It was good talking to y'all, for real, for real. Catch me in my next video. You know what I'm saying? It may not be a diary series. It may just be something fun. I have a few makeup tutorials that I want to do, but I have some more supplies that I want to get, along with some dance videos. I want to get some choreography. So I'm about to start incorporating and just taking my personal channel in a different direction. I'm just trying to listen to what God wants me to do and what he wants me to do with my platform. So y'all can be expecting a little bit of a switch up from what I normally post, but that's cool. I hope y'all continue to rock with me. Those of you who haven't yet, come join the squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love here and support. That's all I wanted my channel, was love and support. You know what I'm saying? Be who God created you to be. Be happy. Have peace. Have joy. And life isn't always going to be easy. It's not always going to be perfect. But if you get down, just get back up again. Surround yourself around people who have your best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? And keep God center and focus. I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.